The lockdown in Puerto Vallarta continues this morning with thousands of Canadians still stuck in their hotels and resorts. John Snyder is from Vancouver. He is in the romantic zone, an area which saw the worst of the violence. Good morning, John. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad you're safe. Take us through, first of all, what you witnessed on Sunday.
Well, it was not an easy one to put into a short little paragraph, but I walked into town at daybreak, actually 6:45 to join friends at a restaurant to watch the hockey game, obviously. The streets were very quiet. About an hour into the game, the sun was up, and I looked out the window and I said, I think we're going to get a big storm. There's black clouds everywhere. And then about a minute later, one of the owners stepped up in front of the TVs and basically said, sorry, folks, but I'm going to have to close all the windows, close all the blinds, and we're going to lock the doors because there are severe threats against everybody in town, and we want to protect you guys. And that's when everybody's cell phones started going off, and we were passing them around, looking at different pictures that were coming on early.
You yourself taking video and photos that we're watching right now. In terms of your shock of this was happening, you know, Puerto Vallarta is considered one of the safest places in Mexico before yesterday. This must have been beyond your wildest imagination that this was happening right outside your hotel.
Well, it was frightening, really, because the streets emptied out. The owners were very serious about protecting us. The skies were just black with smoke, and you looked out, you know, there was a door that you could look out in, and there was nobody on the streets. Initially we thought it was, there'd been local protests, other protests recently, and we thought that's what it was. And then as the cell phone started ringing, we realized that there was a major cartel member that was killed the night before.
Are you getting any information from people there? I know Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Nan just held a press conference here in Canada saying the situation should stabilize in the coming days, but also saying not a lot of information is coming out of Mexico. How unsettled do you feel about what exactly is happening there, and what do you expect in the coming days?
Well, hopefully we get back to normal quickly, because the nationals are the ones that are suffering the most. The tourists will get home eventually and they won't be bothered. But a friend sent me a note this morning that 70 businesses were destroyed. There were no deaths locally at least, that we know of. There is traffic. There was no traffic. We're just above Highway 200, and because of the blocked roadways last night, or during yesterday morning, there was absolutely no traffic last night, but they're getting around some of the buses today. There's no trucks going down because I know the roads are. I had a friend take some pictures this morning, and there's quite a few burned cars and buses still blocking roadways, so there are no trucks that are coming into the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. As far as the shelter-in-place orders, in terms of supplies and food, what have you been instructed to do?
It's been pretty vague. The shelter-in-place order was yesterday. I plan to go into town right after this interview and go to the market, and I suspect they're going to be open. I suspect that the nationals are so resilient. They'll get the place back in order because they realize the importance of the tourist industry and the importance of all the people that live in the city. It's a big city. Mm-hmm. And I believe there's still going to be fruits and vegetables available, local meat markets, fish stores. They're going to all be without a doubt supplied. So I'm not too worried about that, really. I'm worried more about the nationals.
John Snyder lives in Puerto Vallarta, originally from Vancouver. Really appreciate you joining us and providing some context to what's happening down there.
Okay, thanks a lot.